We're going to turn over to supplements, this multi-billion-dollar industry and one that's highly unregulated. Lots of choices out there.
Okay, so I'm glad you mentioned that this is a multi-billion dollar industry. And previously, I mentioned that there's like 5,000 supplements out there for which there is only a few that have data. But in the presence of products that have data, like we should go down that route. Why guess if something works when we know certain products do work? And so Caneva, which is Canadian elk velvet antler, really interesting product. This is one of those products that was not on my go-to prior to someone walking in and saying, "This is what I give my dog." And I just thought, oh, this might be one of those 5,000 products that really has no data associated with it. But I don't waste any time trying to figure out if there's data or not. So literally from my exam room, we called the company and they said, "Oh yes, we have published data. Would you like us to email it to you or fax it to you?" So they emailed it to us and we'll talk about what that is. But elk velvet antler is the internal portion of an elk antler during the early velvet phase. So what is in here? Well, you can see glucosamine, chondroitin, hyaluronic acid, a number of things, growth factors, selenium, that you can see like, oh, this looks like it could be beneficial. And so a group of veterinary surgeons in Canada published a paper about the benefit of elk velvet antler in the treatment of osteoarthrosis in dogs. And what they showed using force plate analysis is that it improved weight bearing and executed stride in a comfortable manner. And in that paper, they said this improvement could be attributed to increased muscular strength, decrease in joint inflammation, or a combination. So what was interesting there is this whole muscular strength concept. They actually saw that dogs' muscle mass improved with the treatment with Caneva. So that was a big like light bulb. It's like, wow, like where did that ever come from? As it turns out, if we look through the literature at elk velvet antler, it's been used for decades in humans, in athletes, and the data in athletes shows that it helps build muscle mass and it helps human athletes recover more quickly from strenuous events. Caneva comes both as powder and capsule for pets, and the capsules are the same as the human version. I actually take it for myself. I use Caneva pretty much as my go-to non-drug anti-inflammatory. And we can add this in also to patients who are receiving an NSAID, maybe for some additional anti-inflammatory pain relieving effect. But once they're comfortable and we start exercising them, especially in a prescribed manner, we can add it in to help build their muscle strength. I take it, I have horrible arthritis in 2 knees, 8 fingers, shoulder, hip, beat myself up over the years. And this is part of my maintenance to keep me comfortable and help me maintaining my strength.